Hi everyone, it's Jen and you're watching The Screening Lady. In this video, we are back with Season 4 of The Crown, and this time we're going to be talking about Episode 3, wherein we are mourning about the real meaning of Happily Ever After. And then Episode 4, we are just gonna kind of kick it back a bit. To be honest, nothing really much happened in Episode 4. I'm probably just gonna say everything I want to say right now. It was a filler. Margaret Thatcher is basically establishing her dominance in terms of, popularity and being a leader of the Prime Minister of the state. And at the same time, Queen Elizabeth II is just catching up with her kids, figuring out who her favorite was in light of what's happening in Margaret Thatcher. Nothing much really pushed the story there, so I'm just gonna put that in a capsule, and then everything else, you guys, we have to talk about Charles and Diana, and everything in this video will be talking about these fictional characters that I'm still struggling, because a show like The Crown, we're talking about real people, and it's just, I'm afraid that at any moment in time, the Queen's guards would just barge into my doors all the way from the Philippines. It's not completely impossible, but if you know what I'm talking about, let's just hold hands, stick around, like and subscribe to my channel, and let's all try to understand this fictional Prince Charles. So episode 3 is called Fairytale because it's what's been used to describe Charles and Diana's wedding. During that time, it was splattered all over the newspapers, the front pages, and all that. And in a way, it's showing us how Diana is slowly becoming the people's princess, but at the same time, I think a pawn of the palace. This episode starts out with like an establishing shot of the Windsor Castle, and I am actually liking how we are having so many outdoor scenes. Are you seeing that? I don't know if it's either CGI or they finally have permits to shoot in these locations, but I'm not complaining. I'm very happy to see castles and greenery in this show. Immediately, we are shown that it is not, the whole engagement is not just about Charles and Diana, it's about the whole monarchy. It's a pretty cute sequence of the reactions from these ladies, but I think what really stood out for me was, I think it was the Queen Mother while she was waiting in the drawing room, there was this mouse that was going across the room, and I think it just means that, the monarchy needs a fixer-upper real quickly, like it needs a renovation, and Diana is the key, basically. While I was amused in that first part, for the rest of the episode, it was all very depressing. I mean, we all know how it's gonna end anyway, but it's depressing because when I was a young kid, and as with everyone else, everyone wanted to be a princess at some point in their lives. And here was Diana, who was given this perfect opportunity, and the reality of it all couldn't have hit her harder in the face. Essentially, she said yes to, being a prisoner, being married with someone who clearly wanted someone else, or at the very least have an open relationship, and Diana is not consensual to that. And because of these situations, it manifests in ugly ways in terms of, having eating disorders, and it's something I'm glad that they are showing sources in terms of finding help for that. It's also depressing, come to think of it, because of that very sarcastic, by the way, happy priest and his sermon. I mean, how he was giving out the uglier side of Happily Ever After. Thanks a lot. So basically, this show really wants us to understand Charles. I guess, anyway, at least that's how I am interpreting it. And I do get it. If I were to put myself in Charles's shoes, it will suck like 100%. Marrying someone I don't love, over a duty that is so outdated, everything controlled for you, that sucks. I get it, Charles. But at the same time, at least watching episode 3 first, we don't have much to know about Diana in this show, but outside of that, all of the documentaries I've seen, all the newspaper clippings I've read, and all the knowledge I have of Diana still trumps season 3. But I also want to thank Princess Margaret for calling this out. She actually spotted it. Charles and Diana were talking in a corner during the rehearsals of the wedding, and she was like, this has got to stop. This is gonna get ugly. We have to have a family meeting. And while she calls it out, everyone else, Queen Elizabeth, Queen Mother, I think even Anne and Prince Philip were all like, they have to suck it up. Like everyone else, like how we did it. And from them, from their experience, if they just wait, good things will happen anyway, but Margaret will have none of it. And in that moment, it just made me wonder how things would have been differently if Charles was able to marry Camilla Parker Bowles. The whole Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles anyway was just kind of like a delay. They're together now, at least, but in terms of what would have happened if they married earlier, I don't think we would have gotten William. I don't think we would have gotten Harry. I don't think all the charities that Princess Diana did during her time would not be done by the royalty at all, I think. So, you know, in a way, all's well that ends well. But most importantly, I also want to thank Princess Margaret, Helena Bonham Carter, for her perfect performance in terms of mimicking Imelda Marcos. I think that was hilarious. I tried to find out if it actually happened, and it did. Princess Margaret was able to visit Manila during that time, and there were no pictures of shell or shoe collection, but there were certainly photos of Imelda Marcos like showing a bunch of books to Princess Margaret. And overall, you know, at least up until episode 3 and 4, the show is going at the pace where I am expecting it to be. I am just scared for the lead characters. Basically, you know, I want to see more Monique Coleman now. I know this is 4 episodes down, but I'm just scared that she might be like a background character. Let's hope not. I want me some Margaret Thatcher. I want me some Princess Diana, but also give me some Monique Coleman. So, happy to be discussing episode 5. We are going to be talking about Fagin, that guy who famously, you know, busted through Buckingham Palace, and we'll get to see that, and the Australian tour, which apparently catapulted Princess Diana into worldwide fame. As always, if you still want to check out what I think of the rest of the show, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Bye!